Hola, welcome to my travel channel. I'm Jason Smart and today I'm in Andorra la Vella, the capital of Andorra. So I arrived by bus yesterday, a 3-hour trip from Barcelona airport. It's more or less the only way you can get to this beautiful little country. So Andorra is nestled high in the Pyrenees, sandwiched between Spain and France, and it's the only country in Europe I've never been to until now. And at the end of this video, I'm going to answer this question. Was it worth the 3-hour bus ride from Barcelona? So hit subscribe, hit like, and join me as we tour Andorra la Vella. Vamos! Right, just left my hotel. It's hot, it's sunny in Andorra. Now look at the river. Look how fast moving it is. From all the water that trickles down, well not trickles, flows down from the Pyrenees. Well, let's go for a walk and see what we find in Andorra. Look at how gorgeous this looks. That building there, the restaurant. And one thing to be aware of is that because Andorra is not in the EU, your roaming doesn't work. But luckily, they provide free Wi-Fi. Andorra Telecom, thank you very much. And the Andorran people look happy with their lot in life. Not surprised, they've got one of the longest life expectancies, and it's one of the richest countries. Souvenir shop. Last time I was in a new country was in 2018 when I went to Samoa. So I haven't bought a fridge magnet for a long time. I'll go for this one. €3.
Andorra?
Yeah.
You have the individual or you have the collection?
So from Andorra?
Yeah.
Okay.
All this is Andorra.
Okay, thank you.
You pay by card?
Cash, is that okay?
Okay.
So I've got my fridge magnet, got myself a little liqueur, and look at the stuff you can buy as a souvenir. Guns, knives, things to whack people. Are they tourist knickknacks? I don't think so. That is a proper mountain church. And another absolutely beautiful little square with a great statue in the middle. Look at this. Picture perfect. Do you want some interesting facts about Andorra? It's the only country in the world with Catalan as its official language. It's got no national bank or currency, so it uses the euro. The flag is really similar to Romania's. It's the highest capital in the world. It's a kilometre above sea level. And a Russian, Boris Skosyev, came here to Andorra in the 1930s. He called himself King Boris I and he declared war on Spain. 12 days later, he was arrested and expelled. But look at these statues, and they're like overlooking modern Andorra. So I think this is a good place to explain how Andorra managed to keep its sovereignty throughout all of the historical wars of Europe. Well, the first thing is it signed a treaty with both France and Spain. Second thing, isolation. It was up in the mountains. No one was really bothered by Andorra. And the third thing is it kept out of all wars. It remained neutral. You can't beat a good door, can you? Look at that. I love the little street signs. Look at it. Look how nice that is. And this huge building here is a government building. But you can see the coat of arms there of Andorra. A couple of battle shield. Looks pretty good. So I'm heading to Central Park, but before that I found the sculpture Motherlode. So that was number 1. Here's number 2. The skull car is number 3. The weird lighthouse things, number 4. Number 5 is this abstract art. There's another one, and then you've got another one of these, Meteorito 1. Another abstract piece, to breath. And what's this? Like a big dinosaur egg. And finally, the ladies with weird hair. Okay, the results are in. This is my favourite. Park Central. I didn't know what I was expecting, but it's literally just green, some kids, swings, slides, stuff like that. Well, let's have a look anyway. A nice statue though. That is exactly right. So I'm just walking back along this busy shopping street. I've just read that Andorra has the most tourists per capita than any other country in the world. Maybe not now in the summer, but definitely in the winter. 7 million people come here for the winter sports. It accounts for 80% of the GDP of the whole country. Right, I've just come to a little part of Andorra that's got a really special statue, monument, created by the great man himself, Salvador Dali. Look at that. Time. It's fluid. Isn't Andorra and its little capital of only, I think, 20,000-30,000 people absolutely beautiful? Look at this. So pretty. Here's a little interesting fact. Andorra doesn't have an army. The defence of the nation is at the hands of Spain or France. But in case of an emergency, a national emergency, an alarm is sounded and all healthy men from this country aged between 21 and 60 must serve. And get this, every head of household by law must have a rifle in their house. So I'm heading up here because I've just seen like some sort of weird shard spiky thing. Let's see what that is. Just passing Leclerc. One of the private banks of Andorra. I think it's like a bit of a tax haven. So what is it? It's a construction worker there. You can't actually get to it. Look at this. It's going to be like an infinity pool. Is that going to be a hotel? Wow. And you can see there on the number plate, Andorra, the Principality of Andorra. And it's a strange one because there's no Prince of Andorra, but the rulers of Andorra are shared between some bishop in Catalonia and President Macron of France. So he is in effect a Prince of Andorra. Speaking of which, Spain that way and France that way. This must be like the main shopping street. Get your McDonald's. I sort of thought Andorra might be quite dead in the summer, but it's not. So there's an article here about cigarette prices in France, and it's sort of like saying it could be like 25 euros for one pack, but here you can get for 29 euros a pack of 200. That's 10 packs. So that's how much duty free is here. So it's worth coming. Let's have a look how much alcohol costs. Wow, look at all the alcohol. Literally just row upon row upon row. €15 for Jack Daniel. Is that cheap? I don't know. But that seems cheap. €1.70 for a bottle of wine, €4.79. Wow. €3.49. So yeah, I think it's much cheaper. Coming to Andorra for your cigarettes and your booze, if that's what you want. And I've got a mission. I'm going to try to find a bar that sells proper Andorran beer. I don't want any Spanish beer, I want Andorran beer. Let's see if we do it. From Andorra?
Yes,
Okay. So they have it. Some IPA, something, so proper Andorran beer, finally, in this little place. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you. So here it is, from Andorra to the world. So there we are, I'm back at the hotel. So that's my walking tour of Andorra done. Back to that question at the beginning, was it worth coming all that way? Yes, it was, definitely. Come to Andorra.